Hello viewers, welcome to another awesome video. So today we are going to start by typing SSMS. We open the SQL Server Management Studio. Recover some files at the same time. Connect again. I don't need this one. I need to create a new database. So for you to create a new database, you just have to click on here on database section, click new database, and for the purposes of this tutorial, let's call it SQL tutorial. So let's make it yep, on. Just leave everything the way it is and click OK. So after this, what you need to do is I'll show you how to create your first table. So for this example, you've already created a database and you want to create a table. You can either right click and click new and it will come up, or just or just come here for the new query. Make sure you select this new query. Over there. So the first thing that we need to do is create a table. To create a table is very easy. These are the commands of SQL that you need to write in order for you to create column titles of a table. You can then start by doing this. So let's call this one let's start by creating the columns of the table in question. So that the first thing you need to do right here, make this highlight it and make it appear as comments, so the SQL cannot run this particular line. So let's start by writing a command of create table and name the table that you want to create. For our sake, let's call it students. So students table. Okay, so yep, students. Right, so open and closing bracket, that's what we want, and then yep, and then make sure you hit on your tab in order for the indentation to appear right here, as you can see. So let's for example, the first column that we need for this table is a primary key. So for example, let's say it's an ID number or an ID, a user ID or something like that. Let's create a column that has data types that are int, that has an int data type. So an int data type is any number without decimal points. So let's create a column and call it student ID. Let's let's label it as an int data type, so only numbers will be able to be input on this particular column, and make it a primary key. Okay, and then comma. So the second column has to be something like first name. The data type is varchar, so representing character and the number of characters that are supposed to be in this particular first name, so that's 40 characters, comma. Let's put last name, and it's virtual. That's 40. Can put date of birth. So D over B. Let's just put it out. D over B. That's a data type by the type date. So yeah, so let's create a table that can show you this particular columns. Let's add sex virtual. Let's put one character because it's M or female, so it's only one character. Okay, let's create it. Hit execute and see what happens. So as you can see, it's successful, and you've created a table with titles. So this is a schema. So a data schema has been created right here for you to have a look at. For example, see the columns. Then we can just highlight and do that and say select or put the name of the, say, just from the number of the table, students. If you don't remember the number of the table, then you can come right here on tables, refresh, and you can see there's a table right here. So the table is students. So you can just pick it like this from here and drop it there, and it will be okay at the same time. So we are just saying select all from, that's it, and you can run. Oh, but okay, let's just put it students run. Yep, you can see this particular columns that we created are student ID, first name, last name, date of birth, and sex. So in order for us to enter data into these particular columns, let's make these comments and so what we are doing is we are converting the SQL statements into comments. That's why we are highlighting and clicking right here. So this is comment out the selected lines. So we comment out the selected lines. So right now, the only SQL commands that will be executed are the ones that don't have comments on it. So okay, let's continue. So if you want to insert data, your first student, for example, we just say insert into right students. That is because that's the table's name, and then type values. Then you start by putting number 1, Clinton. So, date of birth. You have to put this, and then you put 01 1995. That's it. And sex. So that's a string. You need to put that over and put M. That's it. And close. Finished. So if you run this statement right now, let's see. First of all, this is this. Okay, This is int, Clinton. Okay, this is a string. You need to write there. That's it. Right. So let's have a look and see what we inserted. So let's comment it out and uncomment it. So this one, uncomment the selected lines and run. You can see that's an easy way for you to create a table on SQL. So right now, let's drop this particular table, and dropping means we want to delete this particular table. So if you want to delete this particular table, just make sure you convert it back to comments. Comment the selection lines. That's it. So drop, then that's it. Drop table, students, all done. As simple as that. Now, if you check, let's turn these lines into comments. So comment the selected lines and comment the selected lines and check out whether we have this particular table. So if we run this particular commands, you found out that there's error. But if, for example, there was a table by the name students, okay, right here you can see there is students, but if you refresh, you will see it's no longer there. So this is the beauty of writing SQL code, for the first time, and it's so easy, just like I did. And thanks a lot for watching. Join me in my next tutorial. Cheers.